All right, get ready for this deep dive. We're going on a treasure hunt today.
A treasure hunt.
Yeah, but not the kind with shovels and maps. We're looking for secrets, hidden right there in famous art.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Okay, so we're basing this whole deep dive on this audio clip called Seven Secret Messages Hidden in Famous Art. And let me tell you, it is blowing my mind. Like, we're talking hidden musical scores.
Well, wait, what?
I know, right? Anatomical diagrams, and even some, well, let's just call it artistic shade thrown at a certain pope.
Okay, you've officially got my
And I
attention.
knew you'd be into this. So, first up, the one and only Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay, the Renaissance man himself, what did he get up to?
Right, like painter, inventor, scientist, the list goes on. But now, apparently we can add musician to that resume too.
Hold on, Da Vinci was a musician.
You're telling me? And get this, he supposedly hit a musical score within The Last Supper.
No way. Is this a real thing or some kind of art history? Urban legend.
It's a real theory. Apparently, back in 2003, this researcher, Giovanni Maria Palla, he noticed something interesting. So you've got the apostles and those loaves of bread, right?
Yeah, classic Last Supper imagery.
Well, if you draw musical staff lines across them.
Across their hands and the bread.
Exactly. You get a melody.
Whoa, that's kind of genius. But also really sneaky.
Totally. But there's a catch. Turns out, Da Vinci wrote music right to left.
So you have to read the music backwards?
Yep, you got to reverse the whole score to make sense of it. It's like a musical puzzle he just dropped into this masterpiece.
A musical puzzle, huh? Da Vinci was full of surprises. But why go through all that trouble? I mean, what's the point of hiding a musical score in a painting?
Right. Like, was it just Da Vinci showing off?
Well, some experts think it could be more than that.
Okay, I'm listening.
So remember, Da Vinci loved symbolism, like obsessed with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So maybe the music is like a hidden message about the Last Supper itself, or even about his own beliefs, spiritual stuff.
I can see that.
I mean, back in the Renaissance, music was seen as a divine art, like a way to express this, like cosmic harmony.
So it's not just a cool trick. It could be a whole other level of meaning woven right into the painting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what other secrets are hiding in plain sight.
It makes you wonder who figured this out, too. Like, imagine being the person who cracks that code after centuries.
That would be pretty amazing.
Right. But okay, enough about Da Vinci's musical side hustle. Let's talk about another art giant, Michelangelo.
Ah, Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel guy.
The one and only. So his iconic creation of Adam up on that ceiling, apparently it's got a secret too.
Okay, spill the beans. What's Michelangelo hiding?
Okay, are you familiar with the shape surrounding God and the angels?
Yeah, I think so. It's like this billowing drapery kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, apparently it perfectly matches a cross-section of the human brain.
Wait, seriously, the brain.
The brain, like I'm talking anatomically accurate.
That's either a crazy coincidence or Michelangelo was dropping some serious knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But then, I mean, think about it. Michelangelo was obsessed with anatomy.
True.
Yep.
Like, didn't he dissect corpses as a teenager?
He did, all to better understand the human form.
So he definitely knew his anatomy.
Exactly. So it's not that far-fetched to think he intentionally painted a brain up there. I mean, he's literally putting God within the framework of the human mind.
Whoa, that's deep. Like connecting the divine with human intelligence.
Right. It's this powerful statement about, the Renaissance idea of humanism.
That humans can understand, even mirror the divine through reason and knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And by placing God within the brain, Michelangelo might be saying that our understanding of the divine, it comes from within ourselves.
Mind-blowing. But I have a question.
Hit me.
Back then, did people know about the brain's anatomy? Like, would they have recognized that shape?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know for sure, but even if they didn't, it's still a fascinating detail that adds another layer of meaning to the artwork. It's like Michelangelo is leaving a message for future generations.
Like a time capsule of ideas hidden in plain sight. Love it.
Me too. Okay, but you want to talk about hidden messages. Get this. Michelangelo might have been sending a not-so-subtle message to the Pope himself.
Wait, what? To the Pope who commissioned the Sistine Chapel ceiling?
The very same. Pope Julius II. Apparently, Michelangelo's depiction of the prophet Zechariah. Well, let's just say he might have used the prophet as an opportunity to express his feelings about the Pope.
Hold on, are you saying Michelangelo was dissing the Pope through his art?
It's a theory, but a pretty convincing one, to be honest.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's the evidence?
Well, first there's the resemblance, like the prophet's face. It looks a lot like Pope Julius II.
Okay, I can see that. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a diss, right? Maybe it's just a portrait.
True, true. But here's where it gets interesting. Look closer. Behind Zechariah, there's a baby. And that baby is making a very specific gesture, the fig gesture.
It's the what now?
The fig gesture. It's like you make a fist and stick your thumb between your index and middle fingers.
Oh, right. I know that one.
Yeah, well, back in the Renaissance, that was basically like the ultimate diss, like flipping someone off.
No way. He snuck that into a papal commission. That's ballsy.
Tell me about it. And I'm dying to know, would people back then have gotten it, or was this like a secret message just for us centuries later?
Well, considering the Pope's, shall we say, reputation and Michelangelo's own rebellious streak, it's pretty likely that some people would have noticed.
Yeah, especially if they knew what to look for. So maybe it was an inside joke, or maybe Michelangelo was just, letting off some steam through his art.
Yeah, when you can't speak truth to power, you paint it. Yeah.
Exactly. And hey, speaking of hidden symbols, let's jump ahead a few centuries, from the Renaissance to the world of music.
Ooh, I like a good genre switch up. Who are we talking about now?
None other than Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Or, more specifically, Little Mozart. At 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yep. There's this portrait of him, and some folks believe it hints at a connection to, wait for it, the Freemasons.
Hold up, a 6-year-old Mozart and the Freemasons?
Yes.
What's going on here?
Right. It's a wild one. So in this portrait by Pietro Antonio Lorenzoni from 1763, little Mozart is standing there, all fancy in his little suit, and one of his hands is tucked inside his jacket.
Okay, so he's hiding a hand. What's so special about that?
Well, some believe that gesture symbolizes Masonic dedication.
Freemasons, okay. But didn't Mozart become a Freemason later in life?
He did, but this painting is from when he was a kid. So it raises all these questions, like, was he already connected to the Freemasons as a child? Was this a family thing? It's a total mystery.
Intriguing. But remind me, what's the deal with the Freemasons, and why is the hidden hand such a big deal?
So the Freemasons, they were and still are this fraternal organization. Very secretive, lots of symbolism.
Yeah.
The hidden hand is one of their, signs. It can be interpreted as a sign of allegiance or discretion. Like, we're not telling you everything.
Ah, the secret handshake of the art world.
Kind of. And the thing is, we know about Mozart's later involvement with the Freemasons. It's well documented. But this portrait suggests a much earlier connection. Makes you wonder about his family's ties to the organization, too.
Yeah, like, was little Mozart attending secret meetings in between piano lessons?
Who knows? It's like a Dan Brown novel waiting to happen. But okay, before we get too lost in 18th century conspiracies, let's jump back to the Renaissance for a minute. I've saved the best for last. We're talking potential UFO sighting.
Wait, what? UFOs in Renaissance art. Now that's a plot twist I didn't see coming.
Right, so there's this painting, Madonna with St. Giovannino, by Domenico Ghirlandaio. It's a pretty standard religious scene, right? But then, boom, there it is. A disc-shaped object just hovering in the sky, and there's a man down below who seems to be staring right at it.
Okay, you're messing with me, Ray. There's no way there's a UFO in a Renaissance painting.
I'm serious. It's right there. Of course, no one knows for sure what it is.
So is it like a symbol? Or an early UFO sighting? Or just the artist playing with perspective? What do you think?
Honestly, I have no idea. But that's what makes it so fascinating. We'll never know for sure what Ghirlandaio intended, but we can speculate.
Oh, I'm all about some good art history speculation.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the theories? Like, do people really think it's an alien encounter, or are there more symbolic interpretations?
Well,
You've got your folks who think it's the Star of Bethlehem, symbolizing the birth of Christ.
makes sense. It is a religious painting.
Right. But then others, they see it as an angel. Like that was a common thing in Renaissance art,
Oh,
right?
yeah, totally. Angels everywhere.
Exactly. But then there's this whole other group, and they think maybe Ghirlandaio was inspired by like actual stories of weird stuff in the sky.
So even back then, people were like, hey, did you see that weird thing up there?
Pretty much. I mean, people have always been fascinated by the skies. Who knows what they saw back then?
Good point. Okay, but let's move on to a painting that needs no introduction. The Mona Lisa.
Ah, yes, the Mona Lisa, the queen of all mysterious smiles.
You're telling me. But you're saying even she has secrets. I mean, that painting has been studied for centuries. What could possibly be left to discover?
You'd be surprised. The Mona Lisa is like this, I don't know, riddle wrapped in an enigma. Her smile, her identity, all of it. But let's start with the stuff you can actually see.
Okay,
I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
So you got to zoom in, like really magnify the painting, and then you start to see these tiny letters and numbers.
Letters and numbers. Where?
Okay, so in her right eye, there's LV, probably Leonardo's signature. Then in the left eye, there's CE.
CE. What's that about?
Honestly, nobody knows for sure. Then on the arch of that bridge in the background,
Yeah.
the number 72. And even weirder, underneath the painting itself, there's the number 149.
Hold on. Underneath the painting, like there's another painting under there.
That's right. They used this fancy technique called layer amplification technology, and bam, another woman. Painted right beneath the Mona Lisa we all know.
Okay, now I'm officially freaking out. Who is this other woman? Why is she hidden? What do those letters and numbers mean? It's like Da Vinci is messing with us from beyond the grave.
It's the ultimate art history mystery. Some people think the woman underneath might be the real Lisa Gherardini, like the actual Mona Lisa.
Oh, wow.
But then others say, nope, different person entirely. Maybe a lover, a muse. Da Vinci was a mysterious guy.
Multiple Mona Lisas. Okay, my brain is exploding. But what about the letters and numbers? Any theories on those?
Oh, tons of theories. Some people link the numbers to dates in Da Vinci's life. Others think it's all about secret societies, coded messages.
It's like a real-life Da Vinci code. But how do they even know there's another painting underneath? This layer amplification thing, how does that work?
It's pretty wild. They use infrared imaging, X-rays, all this high-tech stuff. Basically, it lets them see through the top layers of paint so they can see underdrawings, changes the artist made, even completely hidden images.
That's insane. It's like X-ray vision for art.
Right. And they're using it on other paintings, too. Who knows how many more secrets are out there?
I kind of want to go to art school now and just learn all this stuff.
Me too. But, okay, enough about Renaissance Italy for a second. Let's jump to 20th century America.
Oh, a change of scenery. Love it.
So, picture this. A presidential portrait. But not just any president. Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, huh? Okay, I'm listening.
This is a portrait by Nelson Shanks. It's hanging in the Smithsonian. Now, at first glance, it's pretty standard presidential portrait stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But Shanks admitted he added a little something extra. A hidden detail.
Ooh, juicy. What did he do?
Okay, so you see that shadow on the left side of the painting.
Yeah, next to the fireplace.
That's not just any shadow. It's cast by a mannequin. And that mannequin is draped in a blue dress.
A blue dress. Okay, what's the significance of the blue dress?
It's similar to the dress Monica Lewinsky wore, during the scandal.
No way. He put that in presidential portrait on purpose.
Totally on purpose.
Yeah.
Shanks said he wanted the shadow to represent the, quote, stained legacy of Clinton's presidency.
Whoa, so it's not just about capturing a likeness, it's about making a statement.
Exactly. It's commentary hidden in plain sight.
Right.
Makes you wonder what other secrets are lurking in those official portraits.
Right, like, is every presidential portrait hiding some juicy bit of history?
It makes you think, doesn't it?
It totally does. So we've got Da Vinci hiding music, Michelangelo maybe shading the Pope, a possible UFO sighting in Renaissance Italy, a secret portrait under the Mona Lisa, and now this presidential shade. It's like a crash course in art history's greatest hits, but with a conspiracy theory twist.
And it shows that art, it's not just about pretty pictures. It's about communication, using symbols, hidden messages to express ideas, beliefs, even dissent.
It's like a secret language, and we, the viewers, we get to try and decode it.
Exactly. And the fact that some of these secrets, they stayed hidden for centuries, it just makes it even more exciting.
Like we're part of this ongoing treasure hunt.
Exactly. And who knows what else is still out there waiting to be discovered. Every time we look at a painting, a sculpture with fresh eyes, we might find something new.
So what have we learned from all this? From these hidden messages, these artistic Easter eggs?
Well, for me, it's a reminder that there's always more than meets the eye. Not just with art, but with everything. Don't just take things at face value, Be curious. Look deeper.
Ask questions like, why did the artist choose that symbol? What does that detail tell us about the time period?
Yeah, exactly. And even if we don't find any concrete answers, just asking those questions, it makes us engage with the art in a more meaningful way.
It's about keeping that sense of wonder alive. Like that childlike curiosity that makes us want to explore, discover.
And you know what? You don't have to be an expert to do it. Just keep your eyes open, your mind engaged.
So, next time you're at a museum, don't just glance at the art. Take your time, look closely, let your curiosity be your guide.
Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to solve some centuries-old mystery, or see something in a painting that everyone else has missed. The possibilities are endless.
I love that. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the secrets hidden in famous art, what are you taking away from this? What will you look for next time you visit a museum?
Let us know. Share your thoughts, your discoveries on our social media. We love hearing from you guys.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop looking for those hidden messages all around us.
Well, some folks think it represents the Star of Bethlehem, like the birth of Christ.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is a religious painting after all.
Right. But then there's this other group, and they see it as an angel, which, angels were everywhere in Renaissance art.
Oh, totally. Angel overload.
Exactly. But then you've got this whole other group of people, and they think Ghirlandaio might have been inspired by real stories, like accounts of weird stuff in the sky.
So they had their own version of UFO sightings back then.
Pretty much, yeah. People have always been looking up and wondering, what is that? Who knows what they saw?
Okay, but let's move on to, the most famous painting in the world. The Mona Lisa.
Ah, the Mona Lisa. That mysterious smile. It gets me every time.
Right. But you're telling me even she has secrets. That painting has been analyzed for centuries. What could possibly be left to discover?
More than you think. The Mona Lisa is a total enigma, wrapped in a riddle. Her smile, her identity, all of it. But let's start with the stuff you can actually see, if you know where to look.
Okay, now you've got me hooked. Tell me everything.
All right, so you got to zoom in, really magnify the painting.
Yeah.
And then you start to see these tiny letters and numbers hidden throughout.
Letters and numbers? Like what? Where?
Okay, so in her right eye, there's LVE, probably Leonardo's signature. Then in the left eye, you've got CE.
CE? What does that even mean?
Nobody knows for sure. It's a mystery. And then on the arch of that bridge in the background,
Yeah.
the number 72. And get this, even weirder. Underneath the painting itself, there's the number 149.
Wait. Underneath the painting? You're saying there's another painting under there.
You got it. They use this crazy technology called layer amplification technology.
Yeah.
And bam, another one
Here.
painted right there beneath the Mona Lisa, we all know.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. Who is this other woman? Why is she covered up? And what do those letters and numbers mean? It's like Da Vinci left us this giant puzzle to solve.
It's the art history mystery for the ages. Some people think the woman underneath might actually be the real Lisa Gherardini, like the actual Mona Lisa.
Oh, wow.
But then there are other people who say, no, it's someone else entirely. Maybe a lover, a muse, who knows? Da Vinci was a man of mystery.
Multiple Mona Lisas. Okay, this is getting wild. But what about those letters and numbers? Are there any theories out there about what they could mean?
Oh, tons of theories. Some people connect the numbers to significant dates in Da Vinci's life. Others think they might be clues to secret societies or even coded messages.
Like a real-life Da Vinci Code. But how do they even know there's another painting underneath? What is this layer amplification technology, and how does it work?
That's pretty amazing, actually. They use infrared imaging, X-rays, all sorts of high-tech stuff. Basically, it lets them see through the top layers of paint. So they can see the underdrawings, any changes the artist made, and even entire images that are hidden beneath the surface.
That's incredible, like X-ray vision for art.
Exactly. And they're using it on other paintings, too. Who knows how many more secrets are hiding out there, just waiting to be discovered.
I feel like I need to go back to art school just to learn all this stuff.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
But, okay, enough about Renaissance Italy for a sec. Let's fast forward a few centuries to 20th century America.
Oh, a change of scenery. I like it.
Picture this, a presidential portrait. But not just any president, Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So this is a portrait by Nelson Shanks, and it's hanging in the Smithsonian. Now, at first glance, it looks like a pretty standard presidential portrait, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, okay.
But Shanks admitted to hiding a little something extra in there, a little detail that most people wouldn't even notice.
Ooh, I love a good secret. What is it?
See that shadow on the left side of the painting? Next to the fireplace?
Yeah, I see it.
That's not just any shadow. It's cast by a mannequin. And that mannequin is draped in a blue dress.
A blue dress. Hold on, what's the big deal about a blue dress?
It's supposed to be similar to the dress Monica Lewinsky wore, during that whole scandal.
No way. He put that in a presidential portrait. Seriously.
Dead serious. Shanks even said that he wanted the shadow to represent, quote, the stained legacy of Clinton's presidency.
Wow, so it's not just about capturing a likeness, it's about making a statement. A pretty bold statement, I might add.
Exactly. It's like commentary hidden in plain sight. Makes you wonder what other secrets are lurking in those official portraits.
Right. Like, is every presidential portrait hiding some juicy bit of history?
Now, that's a deep dive I'd love to see. Okay, so let's recap. We've got Da Vinci hiding music in the Last Supper, Michelangelo possibly throwing shade at the Pope, a potential UFO sighting, and a Renaissance painting. a secret portrait under the Mona Lisa, and a presidential portrait with a scandalous shadow. It's like a whirlwind tour of art history's greatest hits, but with a conspiracy theory twist.
And it just goes to show that art is so much more than just pretty pictures, right? It's about communication, using symbolism, hidden messages to express ideas, beliefs, even dissent.
Exactly. It's like this whole secret language, and we, the viewers, get to try and decode it. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool when you think about it.
It is. And the fact that some of these secrets have remained hidden for centuries, it just makes it even more exciting to uncover them. Like we're part of this ongoing treasure hunt.
That's a great way to put it. And who knows what other secrets are still out there just waiting to be discovered. Every time we look at a painting, a sculpture, anything, with fresh eyes, we might find something new, something that's been overlooked for generations.
So what do you think? What have we learned from all these hidden messages and artistic Easter eggs? What will you look for next time you're at a museum or gallery?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Okay.
For me, it's a reminder that there's always more than meets the eye, not just in art, but in life too. Don't just take things at face value. Be curious, look deeper, ask questions.
Exactly. Like, why did the artist choose that particular color? Or what does that symbol represent? Or what can this tiny detail tell us about the time period when it was created?
Yeah, all those questions. And even if you don't find any concrete answers, just asking those questions, it forces you to engage with the art in a different way, a more meaningful way.
It's about keeping that sense of wonder alive, that childlike curiosity that makes us want to explore and discover new things.
And you know what? You don't need to be an art historian or a professional code breaker to do any of that.
Yeah,
Just keep your eyes open and your mind engaged, and you'll be surprised at what you can find.
absolutely. So the next time you're at a museum or gallery, don't just rush through it. Take your time, look closely, and let your curiosity be your guide. You never know what secrets you might uncover.
Maybe you'll be the one to solve some centuries-old mystery, or see something in a painting that everyone else has missed. The possibilities are endless.
What a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the secrets hidden in famous art.
My pleasure. And don't forget to share your own thoughts and discoveries with us on social media. We love hearing from you all.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop looking for those hidden messages that are all around us.